first carry here for Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Samuel in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, and may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC off. There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
They'll run with Pollard.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he's brought down. And this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Prescott off play action. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 7-7, our score after 1.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They toss it down to Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Montez Sweat with a tackle. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that,
the ball is caught. It's got a touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots. And
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking for Dodson, and he's got him. And he's brought down. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Robinson up the middle. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line.
Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Robinson with another carry.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Prescott. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Yeah, they should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Throw complete right side to Colts. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line could throw an interception.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, It's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he'll be close to another first down. In fact, he has a first down on a gain of 10.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now a first down carry by Jones.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brissett. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Out left to Dotson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he's having a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the extra point up and good by Auburn. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Brissett forced out to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Brissett sets to throw it. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little...
Jones hit, and the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throw it. Brissett. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson again, trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Running right, Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st down, Prescott. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but
has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Down at the 22-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run again here with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.